Hello again. Welcome to lesson 182 in A Course in Miracles. I will be still an instant and go home. This world you seem to live in is not your home. And somewhere in your mind, you know that this is true. A memory of home keeps haunting you as if there was a place that called you to return, although you do not recognize the voice nor what it is the voice reminds you of. Nothing so definite that you could say with certainty you are in exile here, just a persistent feeling, sometimes not more than a tiny throb, at other times hardly remembered, actively dismissed, but surely to return to mind again. No one but knows whereof we speak, yet some try to put their suffering in games they play to occupy their time and keep their sadness from them. Others will deny that they are sad and do not recognize their tears at all. Still others will maintain that what we speak of is illusion, not to be considered more than but a dream. Yet who, in simple honesty, without defensiveness and self-deception, would deny he understands the words we speak? We speak today for everyone who walks this world, for he is not at home. He goes uncertainly in endless search, seeking in darkness what he cannot find, not recognizing what it is he seeks. 1,000 homes he makes, yet none contents his restless mind. He does not answer, he does not understand, he builds in vain. The home he seeks cannot be made by him. There is no substitute for heaven. All he ever made was hell. Perhaps you think it is your childhood home that you would find again. The childhood of your body and its place of shelter are a memory now so distorted that you merely hold a picture of a past that never happened. Yet there's a child in you who seeks his father's house and knows that he is alien here. This childhood is eternal and an innocence that will endure forever. Where this child shall go is holy ground. It is his holiness that lights up heaven and that brings to earth the pure reflection of the light above, wherein are earth and heaven joined as one. It is this child in you your father knows as his own son. It is this child who knows his father. He desires to go home so deeply, so unceasingly, his voice cries unto you to let him rest a while. He does not ask for more than just a few instants of respite, just an interval in which he can return to breathe again the holy air that fills his Father's house. You are his home as well. He will return, but give him just a little time to be himself within the peace that is his home, resting in silence and in peace with love. This child needs your protection. He is far from home. He is so little that he seems so easily shut out, his tiny voice so readily obscured, his call for help almost unheard amid the grating sounds and harsh and rasping noises of the world. Yet does he know that in you still abides his sure protection. You will fail him not. He will go home, and you along with him. This child is your defenselessness, your strength. He trusts in you. He came because he knew you would not fail. He whispers of his home unceasingly to you, for he would bring you back with him, that he himself might stay and not return again, where he does not belong and where he lives an outcast in a world of alien thoughts. His patience has no limits. He will wait until you hear his gentle voice within you, calling you to let him go in peace along with you to where he is at home and you with him. When you are still an instant, when the world recedes from you, when valueless ideas cease to have value in your restless mind, then you will hear his voice. So poignantly he calls to you that you will not resist him longer. In that instant, he will take you to his home, and you will stay with him in perfect stillness, silent and at peace beyond all words, untouched by fear and doubt, sublimely certain that you are home. Rest with him frequently today, for he was willing to become a little child that you might learn of him how strong is he who comes without defenses, offering only love's messages to those who think he is their enemy. He holds the might of heaven in his hand and calls them friend, and gives his strength to them, that they may see he would be friend to them. He asks that they protect him, for his home is far away, and he will not return to it alone. Christ is reborn as but a little child each time a wanderer would leave his home, for he must learn that what he would protect is but this child, who comes defenseless and who is protected by defenselessness. Go home with him from time to time today. You are as much alien here as he is. Take time today to lay aside your shield, which profits nothing, and lay down the spear and sword you raised against an enemy without existence. Christ has called you friend and brother. He has even come to ask your help in letting him go home today, completed and completely. He has come as does a little child, who must beseech his father for protection and for love. He rules the universe, and yet he asks unceasingly that you return with him and take illusions as your gods no more. You have not lost your innocence. It is for this you yearn. This is your heart's desire. This is the voice you hear, and this is the call which cannot be denied. The Holy Child remains with you. His home is yours. Today he gives you his defenselessness, and you accept it in exchange for all the toys of battle you have made. And now the way is open, and the journey has an end in sight at last. Be still an instant and go home with him, and be at peace a while. That is the end of lesson 182. I will be still a moment and go home, an instant and go home. It was interesting for me that when my mother was nearing the end of her life, she spoke of the desire to go home. And when I asked her what that means, she stated that she didn't really know, but she thought it might be her childhood home. And she described her childhood home. And yet even that was not settling for her. She passed away within a couple months of that conversation. And when she died, I was gifted to be able to be with her. And I watched as the joy unfolded in her face as she looked out and up and was seeing that home that she had missed so very dearly for all of this life. She was looking for her whole life. The home that we seek is that state of mind where we know who we are. We know what we are. We know the love that we are. And the innocence that is referred to here is what we live. And so we are just looking for that return to that peace, to be cradled in the arms of love. And so if we can still our minds for even a few minutes, even an instant, we can get a sense of that peace once again. And it can be so reassuring that when we return to the outer world, we are more calm and we are more at peace even here. Let's see what Tina Spalding's channeling say. You are blessed beings indeed. I am that one that you know as Jesus. One of the reasons you keep busy in this world is because you are afraid to be still. You are highly productive. You jog and run, go to the gym, and make all kinds of arrangements throughout the day. You barely stop to be still and go within. It is there, in the quiet space of your heart and mind, that you find the truth of who you are. In meditation, prayer, and contemplation, you come to understand how scared you are and how lonely you feel. As long as you keep running on that hamster wheel that the West loves you to run on, you will not make progress. You will not come to see the demons that drive you. You will not see why you are so heavily armored and ready to fight. Not until you stop, become quiet, and listen to that still, small voice within you will you get the guidance you need. When you are polluted with fear, drugs, alcohol, workaholism, and shopaholism, all these isms that you have in this society driving you to seek outside yourself, that which you cannot find there, you exhaust yourself. Many of you are tired. You need to rest, but you never feel better. Each day comes and you drag yourself out of bed to continue on the road of the ego's world. We ask you now to stop that journey. Not permanently, of course, but pause just for a few minutes. Stop the judgments, the fear, and the endless action. Sit quietly with yourself and Christ consciousness and invite that into your life, into your being. Truly and absolutely, with every cell of your body, invite peace into your mind. You know you have chased many idols. You have chased many tantalizing temptations, and not one of them has made you happy. They may have given you pleasure for a little while, but you are not happy. You know some terrible error is playing out on this plane, an error of fear and separation. It is that realization that you become teachable and surrender to your desire to return home to the arms of love. In that surrender, you find the peace you seek. We come to you every day because we know the truth. We come to you because we know how all of you suffer. We come to you to lead you toward that doorway into peace. Keep walking with us. We hold your hand and we support you as you go along that path you have chosen into fear. We merely return you home to your natural state, to your natural home in the arms of God. I am that one that you know is Jesus, and we will speak to you again tomorrow. And that is the end of Tina Spalding's channelings for lesson 182. Allow yourself to stop for even a few minutes. Take a few deep breaths and invite peace in. Choose peace. Choose stillness. And open yourself to the guidance that is always with you, that we so often cannot hear because we are just too busy distracting ourselves. This is the beginning of really being able to hone in and listen to your guidance, to follow your heart, which means to follow the love that will guide you in a flow that will make this life so much more endurable, so much more pleasurable or happy. Have a great day, everyone. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.